Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Leo. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your first week of March 2021. And just a quick heads up for you, the astrology that we're talking about in this video, the full moon in Virgo, actually lasts 2 weeks in its influence. And so, the tarot itself, we're just covering this 1 week, but full moons, of course, are bi-weekly, and so you might want to come back and watch this, the astrology portion anyway, at the end of this week, just to get a better idea of what's going on, or in case you forget, okay? So this full moon that fell in Virgo on the 27th of February is in Virgo, or was in Virgo, your second house of earned income, employment, your values, your material wealth, all of that. And when we have a full moon in Virgo, it is the clearing and elimination of familiar patterns across the board. I'm saying this to everybody, because a full moon in Virgo is all about a systemic evolution, a systemic upgrade, clearing and purging things for a bit of improvement all across the board, improving productivity, improving profit, improving whatever as it relates to you and your job and your work. Now, some of you may be finding that over the course of this next 2 weeks that this does bring you a new work opportunity, a new job opportunity, something that may actually be worth putting in your notice for if you are currently employed, or possibly something happening in your field or in your company, in your organization that you choose to jump on, and I highly recommend that you do. And when it comes to money itself, a lot of you may actually be completely switching gears as to the way you're making money or the way you're handling your money into something that is much more profitable. But with the full moon in Virgo, it may also create some drama in the professional and financial sphere for you, because some people do not let go of familiar patterns very easily. And some people, or maybe even some organizations, some groups, may freak out in the face of change, or freak out in the face of some kind of transition that needs to happen. Be the brave one and go forward. You do not need to capitulate to maybe a destabilization in the face of evolution. As we get on to your spiritual theme, what is going on throughout the course of this week, again, in all areas of your life, you've got the moon upright. And a lot of you Leo people are going to be finding that this week you've got to be practicing a bit of discernment when it comes to where the support emotionally, spiritually, and socially, or even professionally, is coming from. Because I am seeing a lot of you Leo people having to maybe reassess certain pressures or certain maybe, let's just say, sensibilities that you've been operating with for some time. And some of you may be finding that there's a lot of, again, kind of like that full moon in Virgo, you may be encountering a lot of uncertainty, or maybe positive reinforcement for things that are stagnant, things that are too status quo, or things that would ultimately hold you back or keep you stuck or pull you down, where you may actually be finding a lot of negative reinforcement, skepticism, or reactivity towards things that, or resistance towards things that are ultimately going to propel you forward. And so with the moon, we've got to make sure that we can, even though somebody's only showing us one side of a coin, we have to be able to remember there's another side to that coin. In a lot of cases with the moon, a lot of you are going to be finding as well that you are going to have to face where maybe you have been letting too much pressure, whether it be peer pressure, family pressure, spiritual pressure, negative spiritual pressure, kind of push you to handle things or go about business in a way that is a betrayal of your true nature, or maybe a betrayal of your true goals, your true intentions, right? I've, even with myself, I will not do what it took to become popular in the 20 teens because I think it's vile. But the thing is that you may encounter versions of that yourself going through, you know, this week. Stay on the higher focus, stay in, you know, not only your own honor, but honoring your own unique expression. You're going to find that sometimes the negative reinforcement is coming from those that can't go with you to this higher space. And sometimes the positive reinforcement is, you know, is for, again, coasting, laxing, and holding yourself back. And so you have to make sure that you can discern. As we get on to your work, your finances, and your job, you have the Nine of Cups upright. This is going to be a beautiful week when it comes to work and when it comes to money, maybe even your living situation if you are curious about practical affairs there, because the Nine of Cups is indicating a long-sought answer, a long-sought treasure. I'm getting something that you've already been actively working for, actively looking to get, actively looking to acquire, is actually showing up for you, and it's something that you can claim as well this week. With the Nine of Cups upright, this may even be an acknowledgement, a yes answer on something that you've been putting out there, or something that you have maybe doggedly been pursuing or trying to appeal for or negotiate with certain people. And with the Nine of Cups, I feel a lot of you Leo people are going to be quite comfortable in sitting pretty. With that Moon card, you're getting your cake, you're getting exactly what you're looking for. Now be careful, right? People might see that you're getting ready to up and leave, up and ready to move onward and upward to better things. And so you might not necessarily be getting affirmation from this. And you know what? It's okay. Sometimes you have to stay in your truth, honor the positive manifestations that have precipitated for you, and work with that instead. Forget about the peanut gallery. As we get on to your communications with friends, maybe relatives, other people in your life, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And this week, I feel that the pressure to maybe engage in things that are going to pull, you know, again, pull you away from your work, your path, may be coming again from within your friendship circle, your family circle. Because I am seeing with the Knight of Pentacles reverse, there is something being offered or put on the table that actually does seem like on paper a fairly good deal. It does seem to be something that could actually be a bit of a salve, a good way to maybe, again, earn a bit of money. Knight of Pentacles, after all, even though he's reversed. This could be a good way to earn a bit of cash, but it does feel like a distraction. It does feel like something that would be almost too high maintenance, too demanding, and something that would ultimately, again, pull you off your road, kind of slow down your pace with your own work. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, I don't feel like ultimately it is worth it. This may be something that somebody tries to make sweet on you, but you're going to have to make sure that you understand if you accept this, you are also sacrificing a fair amount of time and availability for it. Because with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, whatever they put on the table may pay out, but we pay in terms of, again, availability, time, and our schedule. When it comes to your challenge this week with the Star in reverse, a lot of things are coming up in your favor with the Star card reversed as a challenge. But very much like that Moon, we're going to have to also learn not to be validation addicts. And, and I'm not saying like all Leos are. I'm a Leo Moon, for God's sake. And, but the thing is, with the Star card reversed, what can sometimes happen is that we may not get a lot of the affirmation and validation from others, which is a big focus here, up front. We may also find that with the Star card reversed, a lot of breakthroughs are being promised to us, and we have to find a way to hold out until they show up. I've often referred to this card as the check is in the mail, and it is, of course, it is bona fide, it is real, but we may not have all we are asking for immediately. With the Star card reversed, the message is very clear with your challenge. Do not be dismayed by a lack of instant gratification, and do not be dismayed by maybe a portioning of the goodness that is coming your way this week. A lot of what's happening here is only going to get better as we go through March. As we get on to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we have the Sun card in reverse. And with the Sun card in reverse, we still have a beautiful week when it comes to love and romance, because we're seeing actually the healing of some kind of rift, some kind of dysfunction, or some kind of unpleasantness that maybe has been a bit of a cloud over our romantic life, our romantic history, or an existing partnership. If there is a struggle in transitioning from a certain chapter in a relationship or a certain story with a relationship partner, the Sun is smoothing everything out here so that everyone is actually on the same page and ready and raring to do their part when it comes to all of us moving on to bigger and better things. The Sun card reverse is also clearing away a lot of unnecessary drama, complications, all of that kind of stuff that may actually have been too much of a welcome guest, may be mistaken for passion, because you know how that can sometimes happen in relationships, and bringing things back to a much more sweet, unadulterated, and undamaged place. And even new partners are bringing this energy into your life as well. So enjoy this return of true bona fide sweetness, because your love life is becoming a lot less complicated. And if it's already very uncomplicated, well, that's wonderful, but you may be finding that a return to innocence is also going to be occurring with a partner or a child. So that's what I've got for you, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, y'all can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.